SJC here, and today's movie review is Captain Phillips, directed by Paul Greengrass, the dude that brought you Bourne Ultimatum and Supremacy and also Green Zone. So Captain Phillips, it's about a Captain Phillips being abducted by Somali pirates in the ocean during 2009's Maersk Alabama hijacking. And Tom Hanks played the Captain Richard Phillips, and we have Barkhad Abdi playing the leader of the pirate group, Abdulwali Musay. And that's pretty much it for all the cast. So what did I like about this film? I actually really enjoyed the subject matter because it was an interesting thing to not know about what happens when ships gets hijacked or what pirates actually do when they try to board a ship, and the protocol that is within these tankers that they have to go through as they see potential piracies. So that was an interesting thing as they went through the whole protocol, and Tom Hanks has to, try to ward these pirates away, and to see what happens afterwards was interesting as well, because it's just like, whoa, these guys have to hide, and Tom Hanks has to be out there. So I do wonder if real captains stay on board on the bridge and really have to hack it out with the pirates, because they're putting their lives on the line while everyone else is sort of more safe, but not really. Also the tension that's really building when the piracy happens, and it's just, there's people moving here, there's people moving there, and it's just, whoa, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna meet up? Because you don't know the ship as all, so it's just the tricks of the camera saying this guy's here and this guy's there, but how close they are, that's the tension that's building. It's just it's a thrill, like, oh my goodness, man, don't do that, or oh gosh, he's coming. And then you have the acting of the two leads, Tom Hanks and Barkhad Abdi. Tom Hanks really does well here, where he shows he's captain and he does things by the book, and the crew doesn't like him, but he's just like, coffee's up, drink your coffee sort of thing. And also, as he's going through all these things, you see he's a lot of emotions, especially when he gets actually abducted and he's in that lifeboat. There's a lot of things that happen, and that ending was pretty crazy, and it's just like, wow, Tom Hanks, you did it again, sort of thing. Barkhad Abdi also played a really great pirate. Actually, I would feel that most of the pirates in this film were threatening, and you just didn't know, were they gonna do this or not? Because in this film, guns were lethal, so it's just there's that tension and thrill when these guys are on board and you have other people with them, and it's just, whoa, don't do it, sort of thing. And I think I give them props because they were menacing and they portrayed, I would say, real pirates. And also, Barkhad Abdi, he plays the leader, and he is just, it's an interesting role as he knows what he's doing. He's trying really hard and he justifies his actions, and it's just like, I get it, but you just can't do this sort of thing, as Tom Hanks keeps saying. But he's just so what else can I do? His desperation really shows, but yet he has to show his leadership in front of his men. He can't seem timid and weak, sort of oh, I'm pushed to my limits, but rather I'm leading, I know what I'm doing. I also like the setting where it took place on the tanker and then the lifeboat. Sure, some people are saying that there wasn't enough time on the actual tanker, but I would say that for myself it was fine enough that the pacing was worked well, because I think there was a lot more happening on the lifeboat in character development through Tom Hanks and Abdi, as they really just talk about why the pirates are doing what they're doing, while on tanker is more we gotta save ourselves, and it's just protocol that we gotta follow, and is it right or wrong, sort of thing. So what did I not like about this film? I would say that the whole Navy, the actual help that comes through to save Tom Hanks is sort of, I wish they added more explanation as to why so many people were involved in Navy, the SEALs. I sort of hope that there was a media sort of portrayal and explanation as to oh, if Captain Phillips is abducted and brought onto Somalian soil, things are going to be an international crisis, and then he's going to be ransomed, and it's going to be super bad, and the media is going to blow up and blame, the military, sort of thing. At least have someone talk about that, oh no, what's going to happen if he gets to Somalia, sort of thing. Because it sort of feels, disconnected as the SEALs show up. and it's just like they take charge, and it gets pretty intense with more and more people are like coming down onto the lifeboat. So maybe a little bit more explanation, just to like help with the plot, I guess, because it seems like, oh, bam bam bam, these people are here to save Captain Phillips. And also maybe just a little more characterization with the rest of the crew on the tanker, because it sort of felt disconnected. Like I guess they weren't crucial, but I sort of hope that there was more of a bigger like person that played a bigger role, maybe a confidant with Tom Hanks, but there wasn't really a dude that talked to Tom Hanks. But that's not a big deal. I would say this film did well, and Captain Phillips, I would enjoy it as much as the perfection of Rush and Gravity, where it just did what it was supposed to do. Like, this was a abduction film that was done well. There weren't many scenes that I would say that you can have cut out or improved while I was watching the film, so that's always a good sign, because when I'm watching a film, I'm like, nope, that was just totally a waste of time. That's always bad. And it didn't really happen much in Captain Phillips now that I'm doing this review, so that's a good plus. A film that's doing what it's supposed to do from the get-go, that's always good. So Captain Phillips, it is a good watch. Sure to see Tom Hanks going through the highs and lows of his emotional spectrum, so that was pretty cool, and especially at the end where it gets pretty intense. So Captain Phillips, I would say, yeah, solid acting and good thriller-ish movie. Yeah? Okay, enough rambling. That is all for this movie review. Captain Phillips. See ya.